Hey guys, what's going on? I am with a wonderful couple right here, and they have a big old truck behind me. We're gonna actually do a tour of it. They're gonna tell us about how they got this truck and the box and all of the good stuff. DIY conversion on the inside. If you guys want to introduce yourself now at the top of the video, you can. Okay. There you go.
And I'm August.
There you go. We're gonna get them all right now and all these questions. Here we go right now! But we're gonna start going through the whole thing.
Yeah.
First of all, what do you guys have? Because this thing is a beast.
Yes, so this is an Isuzu Npr Chassis.
NPR?
NPR.
Okay.
Comes as a stock Isuzu Npr. It comes as just a rear-wheel drive dually. And then Earth Cruiser has a division of their vehicles called Core, and they did the whole conversion of basically everything from the engine back. So all the axles, brakes, hubs, wheels, transfer case, all of that's aftermarket through Earth Cruiser.
Through Earth Cruiser. Yep. Earth Cruiser, people don't know, is a wonderful company out in Bend, Oregon, I believe.
Oregon,
yeah.
Yep.
Got it. Yep.
And then you got the box. So the box isn't by Earth Cruiser.
Correct. It's not by Earth Cruiser. This is the first vehicle that Earth Cruiser has offered just a chassis option. Typically, they do a full build out. And so this Core division is where they just do the chassis. The box comes from Total Composites out of Vancouver, BC. And then it's just a blank slate. And we get to design and build and cut holes and make it our home.
I typically don't talk price with everybody. If you don't want to talk price, we're not going to talk price. But as a DIY, it's totally up to you guys. Not so much on the build, but maybe like what like if somebody was to order this from Earth Cruiser, or things have changed.
So here's the thing.
Okay.
We bought this chassis for $140,000 with the box.
Okay.
Today it's $190,000.
Earth Cruiser, we're sorry.
Yeah. So this was the very first one. This is Earth Cruiser this is the Core chassis number 2. Number 1 was their demo kind of trial version.
Yep.
And so we literally have Core number 2 from Earth Cruiser. You know, obviously a lot's changed since then, and so prices have gone up. So we feel really fortunate that we got in at a price that was affordable for us.
My biggest question, a lot of people on my channel are going to be like, dude, it's not a van. I stepped way back so everybody can see it, but it's not a van.
What do you call it?
I call it an expedition vehicle.
Yeah.
How is it different from a van? And I'm asking you this because you also have a van.
Yeah, I mean, what would you say?
Building wise, much easier because it is a box.
Yeah, just a square, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So you don't have to deal with the walls of the van. Has a bit more space.
No stealth parking in this.
Hey.
We still do it.
No, you don't, do you?
Oh, yeah.
You park on the side of the road.
Oh, absolutely, all the time.
Okay, fair enough.
The funny thing is, with so many vans out there, sometimes I think we're less obvious. But
True
no, honestly,
story. That's
the
funny.
difference is, like, you know, it doesn't curve in like a van. It doesn't have those thick kind of panels and ribs.
Before we step in, what are the dimensions of this box?
So we are 10.5 feet tall.
Okay.
21.5 feet long, bumper to bumper.
10.5. That's actually not
So
that
it's pretty
big.
reasonable.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Not that
similar
tall.
to our van.
Yeah, it really was. Our goal with the van was we didn't want to go longer than our
Or this
old.
rig.
Got it.
I'm sorry. Yeah, the goal with this rig was to not go longer than our old van, which was about 21.
Wow.
And so we were able to gain over a foot of living space and the same overall length because of the cab over.
And word on the street is you're actually selling your previous van,
Yeah.
4x4 Transit,
Yeah,
You got
so
it.
it's a
real 4x4.
yeah, it's a real 4x4 quad van, like
Conversion.
a legitimate, like an F-250 transfer case. But yeah, so we're selling that, and it's actually a really nice build. We just wanted something a little bit bigger for us.
A little bit more space because we are full time, and just a little more off-road capability.
Yeah.
Off-road capability
Not
was
gonna
key.
lie, this thing.
It's a
around.
beast.
Yeah,
Best way to get a hold of you is Outside Nomad.
You got it.
you got it.
Awesome. So Outside Nomad, if you guys are interested in that van, or if you want to know more about their expedition build, I guess. All right, let's go inside so you guys can kind of walk me through everything, and we'll kind of come back out to the outside and maybe and
Perfect.
show some more off. We're gonna start at the front because I usually start at the front and work my way back, if that's okay.
Yep.
So it looks like
Light on or anything?
no, I'm good, but if you want to put them on.
I don't know. I mean, they're not.
They're
They're not gonna help.
help.
Do you have an electrical setup in here? Because I actually don't even see any like roof lights. Is that a because you can put your own roof lights in a van? Can you do it with the box?
Yeah, you know, we haven't done any other lights aside from what comes with this skylight.
Okay.
So this has lights, and that's what we're using now, and it really does work well. I mean, I think eventually, once we have everything finalized, we might do some puck lights and whatnot. There are actual wire chases in the ceiling.
Oh.
So you can actually have your wires hidden and still do puck lights. So we have wires already run through all the chases, and so eventually if we wanted to, we could just tap into those chases and put in little puck lights.
Whatever this is, but could you side that or paint that with something?
Yeah, for sure.
We've seen some fun colors that people have done.
Oh, cool.
For sure.
Yeah, like from like fun wallpapers to paint, there's just a lot of good options.
Yeah, I mean, you could face it with wood if you really wanted to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's, you know, we tried to add some wood accents here.
We're homing it up a little bit
And
still.
obviously this is still a work in progress, but
What isn't? What project isn't nowadays,
Yeah.
you know?
and it feels really sterile. It's like working in like we work in a hospital, so the last thing I want to feel like is like I'm in a hospital.
Would you actually work in a hospital?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I didn't, you know, like this is like we want to make it more like homey and nice.
Yeah,
so.
we're getting there.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough. I see you have your bathroom, I guess, your toilet on one side and your shower on the other.
Yes, composting toilet, and then a dedicated pee tank for it that's separate. So
Is that your own compost, or is that a one that...
It's the airhead, right?
it's the airhead, yeah. So yeah, we've got a 7-gallon pee tank for that underneath there, and then we've got dedicated shower. It actually has a recirculating option.
Oh, it
So
does?
we can do a recirc system. It goes through a 3-stage filter, a UV light. And so, you know, that's handy for times when you're just like showering on the beach, or you just kind of want to rinse off or warm up after a cold day of skiing. You can just throw that thing on and shower for an hour if you want to.
So again, this is a DIY build. That was not through a company, that Recirc. You did all that.
Yeah, we built it.
So that's on a separate tank.
Yeah, it's on
Okay.
a separate tank, but we have an option to just run it as a normal shower. So
Got it.
We can just hit a button on our control panel, and then it'll just take from the fresh and put into the gray, or we can do the recirc system, depending on what we're doing.
Is this your breakfast bar?
Yeah, maybe, right?
Yeah.
We got our little espresso machine.
Very, very needed liquor cabinet, it looks like.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's what you guys do when you go off grid. Okay.
yeah, right.
All right,
times.
you know, that's fine.
Yeah.
Kudos. Refrigerator is a 12 volt or is it a 120 volt?
This is everything's preferably 24 volt. So this
24 volt?
refrigerator is 24 volt. Pretty much everything marine's 24 volt, so it's really not that hard to source. So all of our pumps are 24 volt. There's a few things that are 12 volt, but for the most part 24.
You went marine on this.
Yeah, and the 24 volt allows you to run smaller gauge wires.
Yep.
And so it can save you a little bit of cash on that, and it's just simpler.
When, we were talking about power, and you told me off camera that you did what with your power?
So we have 1200 amp hours at a 12 volt system. So
Okay.
1200 amp hours at 12 volt is equal to 550 at 24. But yeah, so we have a massive lithium battery system that I built from the individual cells and created our own BMS system.
And I didn't scoff, but I was worried when you told me that. I was like, dude,
Yeah.
what? And you were like, I've done it before. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, you know what you're doing.
We've done it before, and the packs I've built before have been running for like 7 years, and
They're good.
There's a lot of good information out there, and there's really good BMS systems that monitor everything.
Would you say the best advice to give if somebody was to build their own battery system is just take your time?
Yeah, just research it and get in touch with a really good BMS manufacturer, because that's the most important part, because that is what
Would
is
you want
protecting.
to say who your BMS
Yeah, I
manufacturer?
got everything from Overkill Solar,
Cool.
and they're really helpful. So
They overkill it.
yep,
Okay.
yeah,
You see what I did there?
yeah,
On this side, it looks like you guys have a kitchen set up.
yeah. We barely just got this thing together, right, Jill?
Sorry, guys. Like, I know this is still a work in progress, but I wanted to show an
we still
expedition
need another
truck.
handle. We're getting there.
Yeah.
Wait. That's actually a drawer that there's just
Yeah,
MIA
yeah.
a handle?
Yep.
Missing a
Oh,
handle.
okay. Very cool. I love how you went around the sink, though, the drain.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh,
You went
yeah.
around the drain
Yeah,
there.
Make every use
You,
of every
you gotta
inch.
do it. You
We just
gotta
put the
do it.
face on
And the
this
same with this
yesterday.
one.
There you go.
Yeah.
You just put the face on this one?
Yep, yesterday.
DIY to its finest right here.
Yeah, I don't mind these screws that are a little too.
You know what? I'm
Yeah.
not here to judge, and I know
Wow.
nobody here is going to be here to judge everybody.
Yeah.
Great color scheme. I love it. Who came up with the handle idea? Because that's pretty cool. Oh, Jill? The box that we're sitting in right now. Were all these holes pre-cut, or did you have to cut them?
So basically, in order to build the box from wherever you get it, right? You have to put a door in so that you can get in here.
I was gonna say where you can't get in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to pick your location for the door. After that, everything is you have to cut yourself. We actually cut this window out at the Overland Expo in Flagstaff.
Did you really?
Just as a demo.
That was just a couple months ago.
Yeah, yeah.
As a demo?
Yeah, like we did it. We posted it. We had like 100 people out there, and it was.
What'd you cut with?
Nerve-wracking.
Was it nerve-wracking?
So I use like an oscillating saw.
Okay.
And I cut the inside fiberglass, and then I cut the outside fiberglass, and then I use an X-Acto blade to cut out the foam core.
Oh wow.
Push it out. It just makes for a really clean cut.
And I want to say these are Arctic turn windows?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
And so.
And they work a lot with Total Composite, so
Yeah.
I figured that.
Yep. Got a sunshade.
Screen, yep.
Yep.
I mean, it's really nice. It looks like you have a wire coming in there, which I believe is your Starlink.
Yeah.
Shout out to that.
Yeah, it's working really well.
You guys are super remote. You take this into really great places. Has that been a problem for you? Has it been good for you? The
great.
Starlink, yeah?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been great.
Are
We're
you guys
struggling.
full-time remote?
We're full-time.
Wow,
Yep.
good for you.
Yep, so we were at the hospital, as you
Yeah,
mentioned the hospital.
yeah.
So we are full-time remote now. But yeah, that was a struggle before, figuring out the internet and working on the road. So Starlink has been
It's been a blessing?
Saver.
Okay, well, that's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
Been
Yeah.
good.
I'm going to switch sides with you.
We throw in, I don't know if
You
you,
can do
would have
whatever you'd
any
like.
interest in hearing the electromagnetic locks on
Oh
these.
yeah.
Oh, I would love to. What do you got
Yeah.
going on for
Yeah.
me? The electromagnetic locks?
Yeah. In our last van build, we had little push button locks, and we'd always forget to lock them. And then you know,
Hey, at least you're
inevitably-
honest.
Yeah, inevitably we're down the road and drawers are flying open, and
We could at least easily get back to
Okay.
lock
Yeah.
them. In this, it's a little.
Oh, you have no pass-through. I need to put that
Correct.
out because I'll turn
Yeah.
around because this is the cab's up there and there's no
Yeah.
pass-through.
no pass-through.
The thought is we're gonna cut that through at some point, so we haven't
I
gotten
don't know.
there.
I would actually say leave it.
It's a debate.
I'm going
No.
to say leave it.
Yeah.
You want it?
No,
We're
we
still
thought
debating.
We wanted it, but
That's why we built the bathroom as we did.
Well, we can ask
originally.
YouTube and they can comment below.
There we go.
Yeah.
And they can be like, guys, leave it,
Yeah.
man. Like, I actually don't think this deserves a pass-through.
Yeah.
This is its own separate thing. But
that's great.
talk to me about these electronic...
Yeah. So basically, behind each drawer is it's just a little puck, and it's a magnet that when
Okay.
charged with 12 volts magnetizes, and then attracts another plate that's on the back of the drawer. So I have a little puck mounted to the wall in the back of the drawer, and so as soon as I turn ignition on, it powers these magnets.
How the heck did you wire that up?
And it locks it all up. Oh, it's just wiring.
It's just wiring, man. You've got
Yeah,
this.
and then this is a bypass switch, so that if the engine's running and you need to open a drawer, you hit that button, and that'll disconnect the magnets, so you can actually.
Can you
open the
engage
drawer.
it without the engine running?
No,
Okay.
I could, but I don't have it set up to do that.
You don't have a setup, but you could wire it that
You really
way.
could. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's so interesting.
It's
So as
really
soon
nice.
as you kick it on,
These
Lock-
things
lock-
are locked.
Yep.
okay.
So you
Have,
can't
have
be-
you tested it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. No, believe me, these things would be yard sale if not. But it's nice too because you don't have to buy like fancy latches. You can just use these little simple leather drawer.
Where'd you get them
pulls.
from? Amazon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Magnetic locks at 12 volt?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they're used for like security doors.
Sure.
Yep.
So you guys have this opposite seating.
Eventually, maybe a slide-out table. We're still kind of designing that, but yeah, the plan would be just to have a table that could slide out.
No lagoon.
We had that in our old van. They were
We like
great,
it kind of open. We're
But we-
still debating.
Yeah.
but we
Yeah.
kind of want to be able to make it disappear because we really like the feel of this when you're just hanging.
I see a couple vents down here. What is that?
Yeah, so we have a Rixon hydronic heating system. So we have an outside furnace that pumps heated coolant into a 2-gallon tank inside the rig, and then that heated fluid is pumped throughout the vehicle. It goes to a heat exchanger for hot air, and then we have 2 separate plate exchangers for the hot water for the sink and hot water for the shower.
Rixson is one of the best heaters on the market, I feel like, for van lifers or expedition vehicles for that matter. Do we have an air conditioning system? I know you've been in some hot places recently.
Yeah, not yet. We're working on it.
Okay.
Yeah, we just need to find that right system. We're not sure.
Do we have any solar on the roof?
Yes.
So we're running out of real estate on the roof because I was gonna.
Oh yeah, the real estate's.
I think for the AC we would do some sort of split system.
Looking at my boys over at Cruise and Comfort.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Same deal.
You know, those guys
exactly
are good.
What we've been looking
Yeah,
at.
you've been looking at them. They make a 24 volt.
I know.
Okay.
I know. And we
Okay.
got plenty of space to mount the, what is it, the condenser, I think is what's on the outside.
You can put the condenser on the outside underneath, or you can put the other piece on the inside,
Exactly.
and then you just work ducting.
Yep.
But you've got space for ducting.
Yeah, no, we got plenty of space.
Yeah, I ain't worried about that.
Yeah.
God, I'm so jealous of your square walls. Your bed, it looks like you have an 80-20 system. Does that raise?
Yeah, so the bed can go up and down.
That's it.
Yeah, it can go up and down.
We haven't used it.
We haven't really used it.
What's the purpose of going up and down?
So currently we have the bikes under the bed. We can show you the garage space.
We are going to see the garage.
If we wanted just to be able to get into the garage easier, so if we, for the winter time or whatnot, we might have our skis back there and it'll just be easy to grab them from the inside.
Or if we got different bikes, so we needed to change the height.
Yeah.
I don't know. We basically just didn't want to lock it in because we didn't quite know.
You don't know.
Give us options.
You know, you got options now.
It's got some flexibility.
Yep.
Such a cool idea. Like, everybody sees these expedition vehicles and they're like, oh, it's going to cost me $500,000. And it's like, you guys just gave a great option of, it's not going to cost that much. This is you look at me like, nope, no way. I'm not spending $500,000 myself. Well, why don't you show me the outside?
Yep.
And well, show me this garage you're talking about.
Yeah.
What's this guy's name?
This is Hank.
Hank the Tank.
Yeah.
Hank runs the show, everybody.
Oh yeah.
You got the Max tracks up here, but do you need them?
Oh, I think if you got this thing stuck, it would really be stuck.
Yeah. Do you have a winch system?
No winch yet.
We need one.
So you want a Warren winch?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Hi, Warren.
Hey, Warren. Is that also an Arctic turn door?
Arctic turn doors. So we did flip the doors to fit our lifestyle.
Okay.
They were originally, so they were meant, lots of people use them the other
So they
direction.
go that way and they go up.
Yep, so
Okay.
we flipped this to fit our bikes, because that's
wow.
kind of our thing that we like to do the most. So
And you have another one on the other side, it looks like. Another
Yep.
door.
Yeah, we can do 2 bikes in there.
So one of the bikes out here right now, but yeah, we can enter from the other side to get the bikes in here, and we've got just this locking system, and both bikes fit back here just great.
Just your water and electrical and all that good stuff?
Yep, we've got the water there, the electrical's all under the bench seat up front.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And how big's your water tank?
50 gallon.
5.0?
Yeah.
Does this have a weight capacity? Now that we're talking about water and weight, does this have a weight capacity?
So built out as you see it, we're at 11,005. And I think the gross vehicle weight on it's about 16 to 17,000.
So you got plenty of left. Yeah, you're way under.
Close. Yeah.
A lot of people are going to probably come after you on gas mileage.
Yeah.
How's that been?
It's brutal.
Okay. I love your honesty. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's 8 to 10 gallons. It's not great.
Yeah, like we move every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, just, it is what it is. Awning. Who made the awning? Was it you?
I don't know who this is. Should find out.
I love you, man. I don't know. It's whoever I just bought it from.
Overland Vehicle Systems.
I think they're actually here at this event.
So yeah, the awning is from Overland Vehicle Systems. We met them at the expo in Flagstaff and just dug it.
It just folds in, I would assume.
Yep, all folds in. There's even another wing that comes forward, and it seems like it would be a problem with the door, but it actually works really well.
We can kind of duck under it. Fine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, guys, please plug yourself one more time because I think this is just a really cool rig. I don't know if I've shown an expedition rig before on my channel, so you guys might be the first. Yay!
We're outside Nomad, and
we've been doing some build videos. We're trying to get them up still. So
is it Outside Nomad on YouTube?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
So we're trying to get those up, and we've got a couple there already.
Well, let's light a fire under your butt and get those more up.
Yeah, we got a lot coming. We're gonna do the battery system I built, all of that.
I know plenty of people are going to ask you
well
about that.
documented, so yeah, we'll get some content up for that.
Just real quick, what was your whole battery system
Yeah,
cost?
so including the 2 BMS systems and 1,200 amp hours of lithium, we were at about $2,300.
Yeah, people are going to hit you up, so be careful.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Yeah.
How did you do this? A lot of that happening. Thank you guys so much. Check them out at Outside Nomad and bother them, not me. That would be great. And we'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for showing us your rig.
Thanks for having us.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
I could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if